I want to talk to you about the subject of change and how we should be thinking about changing change. On too many family farms, the next generation comes home from agriculture college or off-farm employment, and they have 1,001 ideas as to how to evolve the operation. And mom and dad quite often have spent their entire lives building up an operation. They've been dreaming of the day that they're able to pass over the farm to the next generation. And the problem is that they've gone through a lot of pain and struggle to get the operation to where it's at. It's not ideal, but they've taken it from, where it was 30 years ago to where it is today through a lot of hard work and toil. And for a son or daughter to come up with 1,001 ideas criticizing where the operation is inefficient and where it's wrong, that can really wear on a parent, because that parent is still farming today and made it through the 80s farm crisis because he and she did a lot of things right. And I think that too often the kids don't recognize that. The thing is, we've got to change. It's not what you say, but how you say it. And what I suggest is quite often family farms, when you spew 1,001 ideas and when it's not accepted in the right way by the parents, quite often ideas are overlooked or not even really considered effectively. And they're just dismissed as being nonsense and blarkey. And quite often, there's a lot of ideas spewed out, but not carefully thought through. And so the one idea out of 10 that you spew out that's actually good gets thrown out just like the others. Basically, a lot of times the parents throw out the baby with the bathwater. And so there's got to be a process for considering new ideas. And what I suggest is that a family has a meeting once a month. And part of that meeting is to talk about one new idea per month from each member of the family. Not just the son or daughter, but mom and dad as well. They've got to come to the table with one well-researched idea that will increase the profitability of the farm, and preferably be able or improve business process, what have you. I like to keep these ideas less than $5,000 or less than $10,000, depending on the size of the operation. The reason why is it's easy to talk about doubling the barn expansion or buying the farm next door or buying another 500 acres even. Those are easy things to do. But it's really the little efficiencies, improvements in efficiencies, that improves your farm's bottom line. More importantly, it's important for the family to get used to discussing change. For the son and daughter to be able to suggest an idea, and for you to be able to weigh the pros and cons as a family, and to objectively look at the idea without emotion, to look at it rationally. Too often I see a son or a daughter want to buy the farm next door, and the father and son don't have a tool to discuss the business idea rationally. One time I had a son that he wanted to get into exotic animals, and even though it didn't cash flow, the father backed the son because he wanted to help the son with his dreams. That father did the son the worst favor. He did it for the right reasons, but he didn't teach his son how to weigh decisions with the pros and cons. He should have sent that son back to the drawing board and taught the son to pencil things out first before the family backed the son's dreams. And so I think what's really important is the son learns to make decisions together. Start with very small decisions, and then over a period of time, over 2 years, you can increase the scope to consider bigger decisions such as doubling the size of herd or buying a new large piece of equipment, so on and so forth. Start with the small stuff first. By everybody coming to the table, it's not just the sons and daughters that are suggesting change, it's everybody being participating. And so it's not one generation being critical of the previous generation's mistakes. It's the whole family evolving and continuously improving the operation. And adapting a culture of continuous improvement is the most critical thing. The other thing you got to consider is learning from your mistakes. So you after you made a decision to execute an idea, you got to say, okay, in 2 years' time or 6 months' time, we're going to look back on this decision and review whether we're successful or not. And the two things you got to do is evaluate the performance, right? Was the good idea actually good or not? Did it improve profitability as we expected or not? Or make the time reduction improvements or not? Whatever reason why you got the idea in place. And most importantly, what information do we have now that we didn't have before? And how could we have researched the idea better? So that and next time when we're researching an idea, we're more meticulous. And so we don't make the same type of mistakes twice. The third thing is implementation. I often see families come up with family business meetings, come up with great ideas, but then they get fighting fires throughout the month, and never get those ideas implemented in reality. And the key thing is to have fewer ideas, but get them more successfully implemented. Because it's only through implementation that you create profitability and success. And really that's what profit is all about. Getting good ideas and getting them into reality. And for a business culture to change how they make change, to evolve how they make decisions together, that's what makes a profitable farm family. That's what gives you a competitive edge against your neighbors. Farming with family ain't always easy. But changing how you adapt change is going to affect your immediate farm profitability, your continuously farm efficiency, and more importantly, that long-term strategic growth. So instead of butting heads, you're all pulling in the same direction. My name is Mark Andrew Junkin. I'm the President of Agriculture Strategy. You can give me a call anytime, 519-348-9994.